What's up, everybody? It is another episode of Are You the One? We got some guests in the building, and we also going to look like what $500,000 look like. Let's get it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
They don't want no problems. I shoot with the robbers.
Yeah.
Twerk. You gotta twerk.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
We got her
Let's go.
twerking off the
Go.
line. Yeah.
So basic. I can't even take it.
Y'all
I'm
head to
getting into
YouTube.
it.
Hey.
Okay, I'm fresh out the
Check
box.
it out.
live right now.
Gotta be patient. My mama
Y'all didn't even know. Since
Hey,
say
we
I was
got
bringing
it.
the twerk ministry.
No one wants to see me do that. Trust me.
But Abby, get it.
Abby.
Get it, Abby.
Let's go.
She's like, let me just catch his vibe. Hey.
Slow twerk.
She
said, I don't dance like
Yo, son.
Yo, that's too
It's
much
the
to
greatest
me.
thing ever.
That's great.
Y'all, you know what it is. It is the Are You the One After Show Season 5. Episode 2. We always lit up in the building. I'm your host, Lem Gonsalves. As always, you can find me at the Poet Saint all day, every day. Of course, I got my ladies with me. To my direct left, you know who it is. Sensei Don't Play. What's up, girl?
Oh, you know, I'm just saying, sitting pretty, feeling fly.
All of that.
All that.
All of that.
In that order.
In that order. And ladies and gentlemen, she is back.
Yes.
You know what it is. Holding down the anchor. Country twerking.
Yeah.
Extraordinaire. Abby Vega, what's
So
up?
happy to be back.
Abby, I love your slow twerk.
You know, it's more of a just hip movement.
Yeah.
Yes, girl, you better work them hips,
You gotta own it.
girl.
I didn't get any of the Hispanic like
You
flair.
did it. It's okay though.
okay.
It's okay though.
But
You're
you
country
guys
twerking.
can all find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Abby Vega.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies,
Okay.
we got some brothers in the building.
Come on.
I'm gonna start to my left. He goes by the name of Ozzy Morales
Ozzy.
in the building. What it do?
Yes,
And of
guys.
course, he's got his own live feed going on. And if you liking this music,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, this is his own song.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it called?
This is sponsors, man. You can find it on YouTube. Andre Siemers. Just look it up. It'll be right there. Click on it and go crazy.
Boom, there it is.
Go
And he said his
crazy.
name himself, but I'm gonna say his name again. Andre Siemers in the building. Getting it, boy. Are you the one? You don't even, they ain't even ready.
This is
They ain't even
awesome. I
ready.
feel like it's usually like girls overpowering the guys. This is like the
no.
first
This
time.
year, the guys are taking
We're the best
it.
dynamic duo.
We're not complaining.
We're not
Well,
complaining.
No,
Yes,
I know.
I mean honestly, this season, out of all the seasons, you know,
Mm-hmm.
sorry to the last seasons, but this season definitely takes the
I agree.
tone. First place, all the men are fine on this season.
I don't forget about you, Prosper.
Except
Though.
a couple of ones.
She love her some chocolate,
She likes
huh?
his chocolate, bro. Yeah, for sure.
That country twerk girl.
Country
No.
twerking,
Goodness.
equal
Guys, you're making me
opportunity.
blush.
Come on now.
okay.
You know what it is.
We appreciate
Yeah.
ones like
Please.
you.
No, it's
We
all good.
appreciate
It's all
it.
good. I mean, it's a good looking cast. I mean,
It
even
really
MTV is
is.
saying like this is like a really, really good looking cast. I'm not mad.
The guys, yes.
I'm not mad at the girls.
Yeah, the
it
girls.
is
The
what it
girls
is.
are.
Yeah,
The
they're
girls are
great.
beautiful. The
Yes,
girls are dope.
they're
They're
great.
dope. But we,
The girls are cool.
They'll make it
But it's
out.
all
They'll
good.
be
We
all
doing what we
Yeah.
doing. We got to equal it out. We had two lovely ladies last week, so me and Nina were
Yeah, so
very
we-
excited.
right.
And so now we got
Thank
some
you,
man free. No, I
Lem.
got
You know, we needed some eye
I
candy
got
too.
you. I got you.
Hey,
I mean, I'm not
already.
enough, so you know I got to bring in reinforcements
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yes,
But
thank you.
anyway, you know, we're gonna get into this episode.
Let's do it.
So
Hell
we
yeah.
second episode, right? And we're starting off with Miss Cassandra. She's talking to Birthday Mike, and you know she's trying to get him know better. You know, get to know him better, trying to feel him out. I feel like at this point now, everybody kind of the jitters is over. The little awkward meetups are done.
Right.
Everybody's kind of
Getting
latching on to
sexual.
what they want. You know, who they're attracted to. All of that.
That part.
That part.
Ozzy.
Attracted to.
I mean, Ozzy, I think is the first one that starts the Mac vibe, jumping off with Miss Catherine. Can you let us in? I mean, obviously we saw that bubutating last episode, so now this is the culmination of that. What are you feeling at this moment?
You know, at this moment, there was a lot of obviously, as you said, a lot of. I think it was a big boom in episode 1, but you know, I try to take it slow, and you know, when we walk into episode 2, you know, we come back from the ceremony and all the juices are flowing and everybody's getting drunk, and you know, we decide to throw a party, and you know, I go for it, and that's what you guys saw right there.
There it is.
You know, episode 2.
There it is.
I mean, I never believed that.
You said you never believed that?
No.
Really?
Believe
Yeah.
what?
That they were like ever even a match.
Really?
A thing.
Can I ask
She
a
had no
question?
faith.
Yeah.
This is, if you guys each had to pick, like, who were the first 3 girls that you looked at and were just like,
Like that day, huh? When we
yeah,
showed up.
because I feel like that's how it initiates. It's like goes strictly on attraction
Well,
first,
you
right?
Yeah.
have
No?
to. Like,
No,
you're
absolutely.
a human
Obviously,
being.
yeah, that's
the
yeah.
physical
You
part
have
is there
to.
Yeah.
instantly,
So I'm
like
curious.
right away.
Well, for
Start.
me personally, the first person I noticed was Cassandra.
Ooh,
And
I
I
was
did
gonna-
talk to Cass a little bit in the beginning of the first episode.
Yes,
Well,
didn't
this-
she
this
say
is
what?
the-
Oh wait, no, that was the other part.
No,
My
that
bad.
was
that
she did
part.
no, yeah. She you know
okay.
talked about like you know all the cute boys and blah blah blah, and they showed us like talking a little bit, but you know we drifted apart, and then I actually talked to Carolina for a little bit, and then Catherine. So those were my first 3 like right off the bat.
And Catherine just stuck.
Boom.
Yeah.
Stuck a little hard.
Catherine
Stuck
was
harder.
just-
Not
There
that
it
quick.
is.
Yeah.
Speaking of sticking, Mr. Andre also
Yeah, what's up?
started
Andre!
macking also as
You know
well
This
with
was your
Miss
macking.
Alicia.
You know it.
So what was going on with that?
It was cool off the rip. Like, it was real simple.
Yeah.
Just everything that we were doing just kind of like correlated with each other. So it all just felt like the right move. And then, you know, we got to that truth booth and reality struck, and she was sick. And I was just like,
Yeah.
you know, it's the reason why we're here is to do this. So
Right.
it was a lot harder for her than it was for me to do the whole separating
from
part.
that.
But
Look, and I was loving this love and basketball moment.
Oh,
I
of
was
course,
like,
of course. You know
all
it.
about it.
Had
you know
to
what
live
I'm
it for a
saying?
little
And
bit.
Andre, I will give this to you. Honestly, you came off to me as the realist.
Okay.
Just with your actions towards
Okay.
her, and when you guys were up on the canopy thing.
Oh, the little cabana.
Oh, the
Yeah.
cabana.
The cabana.
The canopy.
Yeah, the cabana.
It's a cabana. It's cool though.
Same shit.
They were on a
Yeah.
camera
Exactly.
Shit.
on a hammock or something.
Hammock?
No, but like
Hammock? Is that what we're saying right now?
the things that you did towards her was very natural, and I
Yeah.
appreciated that about
Yeah.
you. You know, you laughing at her when she spilled her
Right.
margarita, when
Exactly.
you slapped her with the lime, even though that would have irritated my soul. Okay,
But if you got
it was
love for me,
still
you be
real.
alright.
You know, you
Yeah.
got that playful thing about you, and you
course.
really brought out the realness of you in this episode, and I definitely,
Appreciate
will
that.
salute you to that.
Yeah, we
Appreciate
were
that.
definitely all over this episode,
Yeah, appreciate it.
and some high points and some, you know, of course, low points, especially given, and we'll get into it when we get into the whole Truth Booth situation. But I think, you know, and people, I mean, it's season 5. You know, the show kind of follows the same format. They have little deviations,
Right.
But I think, you know, it's difficult because, and we've said this time and time again, we've had, you know, umpteen people on the show, and it's like you're looking for love, and it's almost like if we're dating and we stop dating, and then now I'm dating somebody else the
couldn't
next
do it.
day.
You're dating me.
Right,
I
exactly.
couldn't do it. I'm a
and
crazy
then now
bitch.
it's like, you know, but in real life, if you stop dating somebody, you don't have to see them again.
Exactly.
But now you're living together, you're in the same
Exactly.
house, and then
Yeah.
like, I broke up with you, now I'm dating
You're
this
learning
person.
a lot about yourself.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
and that's
You have
kind
to-
of like something I explained to people after all this was over with was like, you know, when you're dating in the real world and you have someone that you're seeing, you see them maybe 3 times a week for
Right.
a couple of hours a day, and you build that relationship off of that time.
Exactly.
In this situation, we're living together 24/7.
24/7.
For a very
That's
long time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you really don't have that time to be alone and have those thoughts to yourself because you're literally always invested in trying to figure
Right.
out what you can do next with this person or even the next person. So it was weird, man. It was
was.
definitely a
There
test.
was no
like
way to hide from any
Any-
problems,
yeah.
from any situation. You know, you could like try to go work out or go to the pool, whatever, but then you come back home and like
And they're right there.
they're there.
I thought you were gonna say there's no way to hide from them. Like the house
No
isn't
way.
big enough, you can't
They be
hide.
like,
No.
coming through the
Hey,
window
hey,
like,
big ass
you working
house.
out?
Not enough
Hey.
hiding
Not
spots.
big enough.
Not
yeah.
big enough.
Not
And
big
we all
enough.
sleep in one room too, so it's like
Right.
at the end of the night, whether you want it or not, like if you want to sleep on the couch by yourself,
Right.
you can.
But if
they're
you're
there.
sleeping in the room, you're going to be
Everybody's
around
there.
21 other people, essentially.
Crazy.
I think that's why people get attached so fast too.
Right.
It's because
They're
they
slow.
are
Well, it
like,
makes sense. It makes
Exactly.
sense. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like an accelerated relationship.
Yes.
Oh, it's
you know,
like
you
high
said,
speed.
You like
Real
you
quick.
said, you know, normally you're dating somebody, you may see them, you know, a couple times a week for a couple hours of time,
Yep.
and then you build from that. This is like 24/7,
All
so
day
you
long,
could
every
well,
see.
day.
and
why.
it's like what? Like you get a week before the actual ceremony, right? So
You have
you have a whole week with that one person. person, and a week can tell. I mean, you know, if you're with the person every day,
All
every
the time,
night,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you can really get attached to that
Oh,
point.
it's
And
incredible.
so
And also, like, the idea of the show, like, you're trying to find love. So, like, either if, like, there's, like, red flags and there's stuff that you say, no, like, this is something I don't like about that person, you kind of oversee them. And you kind of, like, just keep going with it. So, like, you get attached very fast. And then when the bad things come out is when everything goes to shit.
Oh, it's
you know?
so exactly,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then you mix the alcohol.
Well, you know we're drunk.
Yeah.
Well, you know we're
Okay.
You know, I got
24/7.
subtitles like half of the fucking show. Just like, they're trying to figure out what I said, man. Like,
for real though.
That's hilarious. Let's get into the game. So,
Let's
of course, there's always some type of challenge
Right.
to find out who's going to be paired up in dates, and then ultimately to find out who's going to be voted into the truth booth, which is a way of finding out who the perfect match is. And so this particular one was very interesting.
Right.
The guys got tied to these posts,
Man.
and then the girls are blindfolded, and they have to literally sniff out the person that they think is their match, like a bloodhound. And
Right.
I thought this was really, really, because I'm thinking, like, as a guy, and you're in, where is
Dominican
this?
Republic.
Dominican Republic,
Yep.
and no shirts
100% humidity.
on. Right,
Too, like,
humidity's
I
crazy.
jacket
swear to
all the
God.
way
You
up.
don't have no
It's
shirts
fine.
on.
There's
I'm like,
nothing.
the smell of the guy is not going to be too great.
It's
Oh, and
really
we had
not.
bug spray on
Bug
everything.
spray,
You know what I'm
tanning
saying?
lotion.
Everything.
So I'm like, but explain, please, because I really need to know what this was really like.
It was brutal,
was
honestly. It looked
brutal.
very simple. It looked like it took no time at all, but really, like,
The production of it was.
those damn posts in that fucking rope. We were tied there for like literally an hour.
And we
I
had
think.
like goggles too.
Yeah,
so
we
like
had-
they were like digging into our eyes.
It was
And
goggles
then, like,
with
we were
a
like
blindfold.
sweating, and
Yeah,
it was like
it
getting
was
into our eyes. We
sweating
couldn't
in
like
the
move. Like it
And
was
then you're tied up.
brutal, man.
all that time.
And you're waiting for this
Yeah.
girl, whoever she is, to
try
untie
to-
you, and
right.
she's not going fast enough. So
Oh
you're just
my
like stressed the whole time.
gosh.
Like,
I like the like premise of the game though.
oh,
I
but
really do.
one thing I don't think anybody caught on was that our feet were chained together as well, so that when we
Oh,
did get
really?
when we got untied,
Yeah.
you couldn't like take off running. You had to like literally like.
because you're
Pop
tied
out of
together.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So like it really was tedious. as
That
hell.
is crazy.
yeah, I mean, I give Alicia props for sure. Even
Ooh,
finding your
she did
scent,
that.
she must have been smelly.
Well,
Yo.
okay, so speaking of Alicia, she said she was looking for your Fritos feet.
Yo,
Yo, son,
that
like
doesn't sound very
that
attractive.
doesn't
Look.
sound
Not
attractive
gonna lie.
at all. Like,
Andre, this might have taken your points down a couple.
like,
Look.
I'm just saying, like, what's up with the Frito feet though?
the shit happens, all right? I had some sandals. They had got wet, you know, so they
I'm
brought
done.
all the
You need
funk
to fill
out
it
from,
out.
from, you know, the times before. I was just, you know, kick the sandals off, trying to catch a vibe in the room, and she's
I smell
like,
Fritos.
"What's that?" I'm like, "Shit, it's
Oh,
my feet.
my feet."
So it was your feet. It wasn't the sandals. That's why
it was
Fritos.
The sandals made my feet smell like
Smell
that
like-
because the water that was in the sandal
Right,
was on
right,
the. Oh,
right.
it was
a
just
whole blended
yo. It was,
situation.
Well,
I set
it must
myself
have
up.
been very strong because it don't take me at least
Right.
2 years to really like have that smell. It's usually like after you
Oh,
dated
yeah.
the person, you're like,
Right.
oh shit, this.
Right.
I remember that smell. That was
Right.
bad like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
But what's
Like, I
crazy
can
is she
never-
literally
Yeah.
found you.
She
Yeah.
found you.
After
Like-
3-4 guys, she
Right,
actually.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
She
she
like
did
was
that.
on the hunt
No,
and,
she
and
did that.
beat you out
Yeah,
and
that's
got
very
you.
impressive.
All right,
Shout out to
girl.
the Fritos
I
Shout out to
feet
Alicia.
smell
With how your
of my
nose
man
works,
Andre.
girl.
Exactly.
The one good thing you did do, you found me.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
We had Hannah on the show last week, and I love this. She said, I have so much respect for blind people now.
Oh
I
my
know. I was
god.
like, oh
I'm
my
not commenting.
Drops
on
mic
it.
and walks
Yeah,
off
no
stage.
comment.
Like, I have so much respect for blind people. Sure. Like, what did you just say? Like,
But
okay.
that's such a classic thing that like someone who's just not thinking and doesn't
Right.
it just like comes out.
You just say it. I think
Like,
her heart was in the right
vomit.
place.
Her
I think her heart
It
was in the right
definitely
place
was
with
in
it.
the right place,
Yeah.
but it's like,
It just sounds
it was in the right place,
hilarious.
but it was just
right,
yeah, it
it's
was
just
kind
that
of like
face the whole time.
Like,
Like,
okay, all right, thanks, Hannah.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever. So anyway, we have the winners, and of course Andre and Alicia, and we had Hannah and Tyler also matched up, and then lastly we had Joey and Carrie. And the prize was you guys got to go windsurfing,
Yeah.
which you seem to be doing pretty good. Like you seem
Professional.
to. You
for
seem,
20 seconds.
He was just better than everyone
For
else.
5 seconds, probably.
That's
That's
what
it.
it looked like. You were
That's
just
it.
better than everybody else.
That's
that
it.
went.
Hey, yo, I tried to do my thing. Windsurfing's just not the way for me.
Caught
But
the attention of Hannah.
hey, I guess Hannah was like,
Okay.
ooh,
She was into it.
she was
Hey.
feeling the vibe.
She
Okay.
literally was like, Tyler, I don't care about you.
Like,
I'm looking at my boy over here
Right.
with the windsurfing, the
Right.
20-second stand-up.
That
I mean, but you know, if you're the best of the best, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You can't complain.
Go ahead.
On that particular date, we did see that Hayden and Gianna are still. Well, actually, let me go back. Joey tells Carrie that he's feeling Carolina, right? Which I thought was interesting because they're on the date, right? You're supposed to get to know the person that you're on the date with.
Right.
And, I mean, you can look at it both ways. You can look at it as it's good that he has honesty, but also at the same time, it's like he didn't give Carrie a chance with the situation because you're on this date and you're like, hey, I really like you. You're like, you know what? I like somebody else. And they're not you, and their name is Carolina.
That's messed up. I mean, I feel like definitely I love the truth,
Right.
the honesty.
Right.
But give her a chance. I mean, it's still very early in the game. It'd be totally different if, like, it was maybe, like, 4 weeks down, 5 weeks down.
Right.
You really, getting to know somebody. But it's way too early for all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to give him the fact that he's always been attracted to the other girl.
The one
you know
person,
what I'm saying?
right,
From
Carolina.
the beginning.
But then again, like that was the whole idea of the show to like kind of like explore a little
Exactly.
bit and give people a chance. You know, maybe somebody that you wouldn't
Yeah, it kind of just made
really
him,
give him a chance. You know,
Yeah.
like try something different.
it kind of made him look a little tacky. It was just kind of like,
I felt bad for her because I feel like that's maybe like why someone would get discouraged if you don't have like that immediate like really fast connection with someone. And I feel like it's very disheartening. And then you got with someone that like you would even consider, and this is your one chance to get that like one-on-one time, and then for them to just come right at you with, oh, I'm just thinking about the other person.
Right.
I feel like that would just kind of like bring you in a little bit.
Well, and it's so early, like you said. I mean, if this was 4 or 5 weeks in and you've been vibing with somebody and you accidentally got matched with this person for a date,
Right.
you could be like, hey, no offense, but I'm really feeling this person. I really want to explore that. But this is the second week. And to say like, oh yeah, I'm not even going to get to know you really good.
It's too early
I'm
to
really
do that.
feeling, it's disheartening.
I would like to say though, would this be so different if it was a girl doing it? Because I feel like no one looks at the girls for really liking a guy right away, and then it's the fact that he's like the only guy to be like, hey, I'm not eyeing another girl.
I really like this girl.
I feel like it could be different. I mean, I don't know for sure, but you never
I don't
really
know.
see
I
the
mean,
guys do that.
Well, I mean, too.
I mean that's typical for a girl to claim someone real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he said that, I feel you on that. I don't know if a girl was to say that. I mean,
Might
us
be
girls
different. Yeah, I
move
don't
real
know.
quickly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the
Like,
girls played with their heart a lot. Like we were
Yeah.
kind of like in it to like kind of like see what was going on and what we actually needed in a
Right.
girl. It was like, oh my god, I had that connection with them. Like
Right,
first
right.
week, second week, and they're like trying to claim people.
Yeah.
As you saw what happened.
There's only
with,
one
like-
Andre, and there's
Exactly,
11
you
girls.
know.
and he's mine.
And
She
his
said.
mind. So like you know what I mean? Like
Whoa.
Right.
And
give yourself a
and-
little bit of
right.
time and put yourself out there and see like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
what else comes.
Absolutely. And you have to understand this is a game.
Exactly.
You know,
That's what
yes,
they
you're
always
trying
forgot.
to find love, but you also are trying to win money. And if you're really trying to play the game, correctly, you have to get to know as many people as possible before you hone in on someone.
We gotta have Andre
So-
say his line later.
Oh yeah, the one. We'll
The
save
line
that.
of
We'll
the
save that.
season.
We'll save
it for the
that.
end.
We'll
But
save it for the end.
That's the one.
While all this is going on, we see that, speaking of people, just some couples that are vibing, we have Hayden and Gianna are still vibing. Seems like they still got something going
I
on.
like Hayden.
Yeah.
I really hope he finds him some love.
You like Hayden? Okay.
Yes, he's one of my favorites.
Right. Okay.
This season.
We have Gianna, who still feels Michael a little bit, even though he was treating her like Walking Dead with that kiss.
Oh, he tried to like eat her face off.
does he wear tank tops the whole season? I just have to.
So when I tell you he's like a dad, like I'm telling you, like this man, like the hats, and then he takes the hats off, and he's just got that messy hair with the beater on after he takes his shirt off, and he's just like hanging out all the time.
That's all that was
legs
killing me
like,
the first
legs
episode.
up.
Is I was like, is he going to be in this wife beater
I feel
the
like
entire
Michael is
time?
like really 38. Like he didn't tell anybody.
He lied on
but
us.
he's really
Yeah,
he's
it's
really
lied.
like he's
Yeah,
really
he
38
lied.
He's
years
just
old.
that all-American.
He really is.
And
You
then
know
like
what I'm
his
saying?
little
Like,
dance
I'm
moves
just
and
gonna drink my beer, watch me some
Right.
football.
Man.
No, he's a good
Type
time,
shit.
but sometimes he's
Yeah,
just over the
just
top.
A little bit.
That's
Yes,
hilarious.
absolutely.
And so we see a little flirting between Cam and Eddie in the shower when she wrapped the towel around his whole
Was
body.
she flirting?
Yeah.
Cam just doesn't really put herself in a position to be like in that situation. You
Is
know,
that
like
what it is?
she keeps it pretty like until she definitely knows.
Like a
So
little
she really
neutral.
likes
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Neutral,
Like
yeah.
The
she-
one thing
I
I
like
don't know
that.
is like why were they in the boom boom room
up in the boom room shower in the middle of the day.
That's the one thing we might never know.
Interesting.
It's something that we're gonna have to ask him
That's
about.
why I said they were mutually
I
flirting.
don't
I'm
know.
just
Wait,
saying.
they were upstairs.
She was definitely entertaining his entertainment.
Of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them being really good friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really
Eddie
good
has
friends. That's
a
it.
really
They
pretty
got a good
smile.
vibe.
That's all I can focus on when he
You
speaks.
just love
It has a really
chocolate.
good
No,
smile.
he has.
You just love chocolate.
Are you kidding? You guys just saw his smile.
Exclusive.
Chocolate thunder.
Abby loves chocolate.
No, I'm so
This
serious.
just
So
in.
this
Break it.
season, I need all y'all in here, and we need to do a spin-off of Chocolate Thunder. Like,
come
I
on.
need to see that happen.
What's chocolate?
You know it.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, she really don't love chocolate.
So I take
Jen-
We're gonna school you after the show,
She
Abby.
ain't
We're gonna school you after the
seen
show.
this spin-off.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So we get into it's Truth Booth time, right? And so while you guys are on the date, obviously everyone votes.
Yep.
They hit the little touchscreen, and we showed a lot of Andre and Alicia voting. So, you know, of course, I'm no surprise when they announce, Ryan announces in the Truth Booth, it is Andre and Alicia.
Yep.
And so you guys walk into the Truth Booth, and what is your mood like? I know when we were watching the show, we were talking a little bit, but were you feeling Alicia a lot? Was she feeling you mostly? Like, how was that situation going on? And you're walking in Truth Booth at this point in time.
Yeah, I guess when we were like going through the whole process of getting to the point where people figured that we were a couple and stuff, it was all real. I definitely had a lot of feelings for her, but I just always in the back of my mind reminded myself, like, there's a reason why you're here. There is a purpose, and like you can't get lost in the sauce like this. Like you can't just like forget. Hey, the lingo's crazy.
in the
Look,
sauce.
hey, the sauce.
Right.
But look, no, she was everything we had was real, and
Yeah.
I just had an easier time
I felt
letting
that.
it down than she did, and I also reminded her multiple times before it all happened that like, regardless what happens, I have respect for you, but you need to have respect for me in the same sense of like, I'm gonna do what I have to do, and you should respect that. And you'll see throughout the rest of the show how that works out. But
I mean, it
but
was, yeah. I mean,
but you know,
I don't know how that's looking.
Right.
well,
Yeah, it's just-
it was very clear that
Yeah.
she was really just feeling you.
Yeah, she was.
You know what I
definitely
mean? You
feeling
guys
me
had a
more.
great connection. I feel like what you was given was genuine, like
Yeah.
I said from the beginning of this episode. And I feel like you guys definitely had a connection. I mean, we all knew it was about to take a left turn.
Well, I mean,
Filter.
again,
Alicia, I love you, girl.
It's, I mean, and
But we all
again,
knew.
you know, when you do feel like you find a connection, you want that connection to work, right?
Right.
Exactly.
And so, and that's the problem with the Truth Booth, because if you go into the Truth Booth confident, like this is somebody, and we've seen this,
Exactly.
right? Again, this is 5 seasons, so we've seen this play out already.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And you go into the Truth and you're like, ooh, perfect match, and then it's not, and then now your job is to find somebody else. But that's not how your heart typically works.
Yeah. Right.
So even though that's what you're supposed to do, you're still connected to that person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's hard to just go off and be like, all right, well, cool, peace out. I'm gonna go find my next match and see what happens.
Your next
it's,
what?
It's very different. What? What?
What'd you
Match.
say?
Don't play him like that, Abby.
She did,
I
though.
let that
She
shit
did,
slide.
though.
I'm like, all right, you want me to slur
Abby.
word?
I thought it was like slang I didn't know.
No, we're gonna pray for Abby real quick.
Pray for Abby. Hashtag pray for Abby.
Hashtag pray for Abby. Get it
The
trending on
prayers.
Twitter.
Cut you twerking.
Sorry,
She
I'm
ain't-
sorry.
she don't
I
know
hear
what
like
fucking
so much
word is.
slang I don't know. I
It's
didn't know if
okay.
it was like something I was
It's
missing.
okay, Abby.
It's
We love
okay.
you. We love you.
Yes,
It's
we
okay.
love you,
It's
girl.
okay. So,
I'ma take you
needless to
under my
say,
wing, girl.
needless to say, you go into it and
There you go.
no match.
Right.
How were you feeling at that point?
I was like, I don't know. I don't mean to sound like bad, but like I was
Right.
kind of like okay with it because I was like, I was a little bit relieved. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was like, man, like there was a lot of pressure on me to be her match, like because what they didn't show is that like Cam and T, like they were just pushing it to like be with her. They're like, hey, our girl really wants to. I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, she's beautiful. She seems cool. Like, all right, let's do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
But then like, I had my thoughts and my doubts and stuff.
Sure.
And then, you know, it kind of felt at times I couldn't really express that because I'd have gotten fucking shit from
Yeah.
everybody in the house.
Right.
Like, well, you guys are so perfect. Well, y'all don't know
Just the environment
the
makes you
details.
oversee like
So
all the red flags.
exactly. So like when the time did
Pressure.
come that it said no match, I was kind of like, all right, great. Now I can actually get back to playing the game. Like that's why I went. It was to play the game and get the experience and figure out
Sure.
if I could figure it all out. You know. So it was hard seeing her be like that,
Right.
but at the same time for myself, it was relieving.
Word. And obviously after that, Hannah didn't waste any time.
Oh, she was like,
to letting you know,
like on that
surfboard.
Surfboard.
Hannah was like, I saw that surfboard. Let me see what that's talking about. And so she basically obviously editing, but it seems like you literally come out.
No,
she did. Oh, really?
Usain Bolt.
Oh, wow. Okay, there it is. We heard it here.
It is.
And so she goes and hollers at you, and then lo and behold, you start kissing.
Yeah.
So there's some
But
action there.
I will give Hannah the most respect. The fact that she came to Alicia and was like, "Look."
Even though it wasn't like
She was literally like shitting her pants. And she
Yeah,
was like, she was afraid, bro.
Don't fuck me up right now, girl. But I'm like,
She,
really
like-
feeling Andre right now. But please don't try to smack me right
She
now.
said it without saying it, like directly.
Yeah.
It
but
was
it
like
was
Right.
the
not
way they
complete
showed it, though. It
sentences.
just looked like so.
It made her look like a punk.
Right. She was
No,
like so.
not even the fact
No,
that she
it-
had balls
Yeah,
to even
that-
say anything
yeah,
to Alicia.
yeah.
I respect that.
action,
as a woman,
the action she took to do
as
that
a
was
person,
respectable.
like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
a lot of people try to be sneaky about that shit. And it's like, just be
Right.
100. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You know
And
what-
so I respect that of her.
What I'm really curious about is because this season they haven't done it yet, but like, what is it that you think? Because obviously you and Alicia hit it off, and you and Hannah, but neither of them were your match. Like, did after you found out they weren't your match, did you like put together like? Were they like other people you had dated that didn't work out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. I had some things, like some memories that came back and some things that made me think of like past relationships that failed for sure. And it was just like I said, I felt like when I was with Alicia, I couldn't say or like express how I truly felt because I didn't want to feel like I was the bad guy or anything like that. And that's definitely some stuff that I've dealt with before in the past. So
Interesting.
And then with Hannah just happened so quickly. I just knew that Hannah was like sprung like that. So I just kind of like was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go that way because it was easy, which is also another thing I've experienced in my past is just the easy route. And the easy route is never the guarantee route. Like we all know that if it's easy, it's not gonna last.
Absolutely.
So
Amen.
when we
you better praise somebody.
Hey,
Speaking
you know
knowledge,
it.
amen.
So
Praise
look,
him.
so like when we hit the blackout and I was with Hannah, I was kind of like, I knew that too. Like
Right.
I wasn't. I knew that was from a mile away.
I knew
It just happened so quick though. She was pissed, yo. She was gassing me all day, like you're so fine, you're not. And then we blacked out. I was like,
Interesting.
yeah,
Interesting.
deuces. She
Yeah.
could.
So then I gotta move. Speaking of, Andre is really giving us some words right now, but he actually had a really good speech moment in the house.
I did.
Which was pretty profound.
Ozzy
Actually,
recorded
Yeah.
it.
And,
I'm about to get my phone out.
I thought it was great, and just to paraphrase, obviously it was at a level of frustration, and if you can kind of give us what prompted the speech, because I know Alicia was mad. Alicia was mad because, of course, you, in essence, went on and kind of just already started, fooling with Hannah.
Try to do my thing.
You're right, exactly. And she's still feeling you.
Yeah.
Still wanting, obviously, yes, not a match, but doesn't mean her feelings change.
Right.
So you're a little, frustrated. And then go ahead, sir.
So I mean, like realistically, what happened was Alicia and I blacked out, or we didn't black out. We were at no match in the truth booth, and then Hannah and I kind of got right to it because she was very adamant about the fact that she was into me. So I was like, fuck it, like, let's just take that wave and see what happens. And as soon as I realized that it wasn't that way, I, was very bold about how I was not on that no more. So what they didn't show is that I actually got into it with Hannah, and then I was kind of telling Hannah off because she was way out of line, way out of line. And then Alicia came from the bedroom because she heard it and let you know they're literally public enemy 1 and 2. They hate each other. They hate each other. So for this instance, this is why I got so mad. It was because they teamed up. Because they both were mad about the same thing, which was not being able to have me. So I go, I can't,
Andre.
So I'm like,
okay.
So look, no,
Daddy
hey.
right here. This is Daddy.
Yo,
Are you the ones to fight Daddy?
Can I finish my thing or no? Look, so so that's when I continued on to like express how I felt, and I was just like, yo, I'm here to play this game, and these girls are sad because they can't play the game they came here to, they signed up for.
Yeah. And we go back to like the girls really putting everything out there, like really putting their heart in, and like not really thinking that this is a game. This is why we came here for it. Like know that you're gonna get your feelings and your heart played with.
Sure.
And you have to be able to move on. And like obviously they
poor
weren't able
Andre
to.
having girls like fighting over him. Oh my
But
god.
that's like the one thing I didn't want to seem as if it was is like I have these girls like fighting over me. I was like, it was just like too much too soon.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it was
too
just too much too soon.
Yeah,
Emotions were just
I feel
everywhere.
that.
There's a lot of
Emotions are
lust.
rushed.
There's a lot of lust in the house.
Right. A
The first 2 weeks, it was just
course.
straight. It was like literally
Straight
just
lust.
straight lust.
And
Like,
you got 22 attractive
There's
people.
22
we just
attractive
got
Right.
let
in
off the
house.
leash pretty much. Like
Right.
so, we're all in the house, just like we're all trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're all
yeah,
trying to grease and get right.
Grease.
And,
Get right.
Grease.
And,
That's one of the
yeah.
ones I didn't know. I don't know what that
Grease.
meant.
Nah,
And the other
grease.
thing like that, not like
Believe
a lot
the
of people know,
grease.
is like we're held in a hotel for like a couple days right before we go into this house. So like we don't see people, we don't talk to people, and then they like release us into the house, and it's just like, oh my god,
people.
and
Bottles,
like the bottles
condoms,
everywhere, like
girls.
so it's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's like there's
do
a
you
lot
think?
of
Yeah.
like
They just go crazy.
shit going around everywhere, you know?
Right.
No, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. I just I mean, obviously, you know, to see in the second episode, you know, at the level of frustration. But I think what you said, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, granted, you know, you're obviously you're frustrated, like you said, the stuff that they didn't show, and that's why we like having you on our episodes, because you can kind of shed light on the stuff that they don't show. I mean, they're filmed 24/7, and they can only give you an hour of, you know, each week.
That's crazy.
So they got to condense everything. So yeah, now it makes sense why you would kind of be frustrated and blow up and be like, "Yo, like chill out. Like we're here to play this game.
Yeah,
like
I'm
let's
not a-
play this
yeah,
game. What you signed up
exactly.
for."
Exactly. Like,
And
I
there
wasn't
it
trying
is.
to be a bad guy.
Right,
So,
right.
And they tried to make me out to be a bad guy, and that's
Right.
why I just was like, yo.
I don't think it looked that
They
way,
did.
though.
No,
They did
exactly.
that,
Thank
which
God
is
it didn't,
good.
because
Yeah.
that's why I didn't like plan out how it was gonna go. It just happened, but I knew that
Right.
if I just said how I truly felt and what I was
Sure.
really going through,
Right.
it would come out to be the right thing, and I'm glad that it did turn out that way.
There it
Did
is.
that.
There it is.
Hey, hold on now.
We still got more episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but up until this point,
Okay,
I
well,
see
let's
it.
be nice
I see
today,
it.
I
I see
guess.
it. So let's get into the matchup ceremony. Tonight is
Alright.
Guy's Choice. So we actually start off with
Good job, guys.
the.
Yeah, like way to knock out the fucking park. Huh?
My thing is, this is the thing, and I feel so bad because I'm also a guy, and I feel like every season the guys always mess it up.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it is, I don't
For
know
sure.
what it is, but it seems like the girls usually got it together, and I don't know if it's because they play a different way or what the
Because
situation
they play with their
is.
hearts.
Well, the thing is, we
girls
have
play
we
with
have
their hearts.
well, we have to think now
Our
with two heads. Y'all only think with one, so you have to decide which one you're gonna think with on that certain occasion. So we definitely
I'm
chose
done.
chose the wrong head to choose that
Andre,
night.
the first episode, his conversation, I was like, oh my god, Andre. He's like, you know what I said actually to my
What did you
roommate?
say?
I go, this is kind of nice because the way he's talking, it seems like he's kind of been fucked over, and usually
Yeah.
that's the girl.
Oh, I have those.
And then
so
meanwhile,
bad.
him, I was actually had to say something about this too. I was like, oh my god, Ozzy. And then he's like, I've cheated everyone I've been with. And I was like, oh,
I have
Ozzy.
cheated on everybody.
I'm like, yes, he said that. And I was like,
She's calling me
I
out.
didn't
Holy
catch
shit.
that. I did not catch that.
and I was like, I caught that. I was like, oh no. But then he
Yeah,
comes-
but then again,
he
you
comes-
saw me in the house, and I was like,
No, yeah.
I was trying to like not be that guy anymore, you know? Like I didn't do anything with Catherine first episode.
Right.
She went out and she did her thing. I still give her the chance, and like second
Yeah.
episode we like try to like talk it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I try to change. I'm trying to change. You know what I mean?
trying.
I'm
It's a
trying.
work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
He's working out. He's working it out. So we start
Get
off
it
with the
together.
matchup ceremony. It's the other Osvaldo, who actually goes by Osvaldo, and he picks Carrie. And then we have Ozzy, who picks Catherine, because obviously you guys
Thank
were
you.
vibing.
We got that over with.
And I just want to talk a little bit about your outfits.
Yeah.
choice. So,
Yeah.
what was going on? Like, were you just going for a certain
You know what?
look?
I know the vibe, what he was going
You
for,
know
you
what
guys.
he was going for. Okay. Okay.
I was giving that, like, the vintage tee. He tried
Yeah.
to tie it up with the, help me out here,
Yes.
his name again.
Johnny Cash.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. The Johnny
Something like
Cash
that.
pants with, like, the chain. Like, he was
I
giving
think
a
the-
little edge.
I think the tops and like the very bottoms were working. It was just like the in between.
The in between.
yeah,
like the
you know?
pants.
Well, I'm never gonna wear that outfit again.
No,
I promise
you
you
rocked
guys.
it. No, you rocked it.
promise
though.
you
Like they're
guys.
like, I have guy friends who could never even like look like good
look
in
like
that.
that.
But like you
Yeah.
looked great. You
And
looked
I
great.
Well,
see what
thank
you were
you.
going with it.
Yeah.
you
It was
know?
very Eurocentric.
We respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
No, actually, my
Eurocentric.
best friend who is from London, like, try to put like some
Put
outfits
something
Yeah,
together.
I see
so
where
like,
you were
Yeah.
going
so
with
that
it.
Very
yeah,
Euro.
that's why I said
That makes
very
sense.
Euro.
That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. That
Very
makes
Europe.
sense.
We're not mad.
Right.
No, you still looked great. You still looked great.
Absolutely.
Can't believe you, Ozzy.
So then we have Jalen ends up picking Cam. And then we have Eddie who picks Shannon. and then Derek picks Alicia, and it kind of starts.
You're going too fast.
But I'm trying to get to the point where it starts like to decline.
I know, but I have comments about every single one of them.
You have okay. So what do you have comments about Jalen and Camp?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Actually, there is a comment on that one
Nothing.
because everyone was expecting Eddie to pick Cam.
Okay, right.
So that like kind
that
of
what
is
it
where it
is?
like
That's where it
starts to go
started.
off.
That's when it starts to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
then now
right,
everybody is kind of like, okay, well now I'm
Okay.
gonna pick. So then we have Eddie ends up picking Shannon. Then we have
Who?
Derek.
Shannon.
Who?
Shannon.
Who?
Shannon. I know, I'm over here.
Wait,
My brain's hurting.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
like,
who did he pick?
Everybody hasn't got their shine yet.
I'm
Everybody is
kidding.
still in the second episode.
Shannon, she was on the show.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Then we have
Yo,
Derek and
sure.
Alicia. And then we have
Derek and
Hayden
Alicia. I like that
and
matchup.
Taylor, excuse me. And this
Hayden
is
and-
when
okay.
right. And this is when
Oh,
Tyler
yes.
hates on Taylor and has this moment where he's like, so yeah, I'm
Take
glad
it off
you
my plate.
Take it off my plate. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Tyler, you're a pretty
Yeah.
boy with no swag, boo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tyler's
shots
a
fired.
pretty boy with no swag.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Andre actually saves him a little bit. You try to
Has
save
to.
face
He
for
has
him.
Because
Take
he
him
had
out of that hole.
nothing.
Yeah.
Right, save
Take him
him.
out of
To
that
be
hole.
saved.
Did you actually save him though, or was it just like did it
Look.
fall on deaf ears?
Look, no, I definitely helped him out because later on you'll see, but he definitely he put his foot in his mouth real quick.
He ate his words.
He wasn't ready to chew all that because he did a lot, and I was like, I'm just
Too
like
much
thinking,
foot.
I'm like, yo, you didn't just say that shit out loud,
Right.
did you? Like, you just said if your girl can get taken, it's better
Right.
for you to just not have one.
Right.
Pretty much, huh? Like, okay,
Yeah.
screw
That's
that.
how you
Her
feel?
face said it all.
So
That's how you
yeah,
feel?
so yeah, I just had
Oh,
to step in and be like,
Taylor
yo.
was like, what?
Right.
like, bro, you
I don't
dead
know.
how you
ass.
feel?
It's like,
Like,
yeah.
Right. That's
She
how you
literally
feel?
said, I thought he liked me.
I'm so sorry.
Right,
thought
she's
he
right.
liked
Her
me.
face was like 1,000 words for real. Then we move on to Andre.
She should have been happy with Kaden.
Yeah, Andre picks
He needs
Hannah,
love.
and then we get into
He does.
Mike picks Gianna, and then
Yeah, Mike Gianna. Okay, well
Mike
now you want to
Gianna.
pick her, you
Yeah.
little punk ass.
now you want to pick her. But I mean,
Oh,
they
yeah.
they
must have had some like reconciliation that
I
they
need
just
to
didn't
see
show.
that because
Right.
I ain't fucking with him
But
for
she
her.
maybe she liked the Walking Dead kiss. Like maybe that was it.
The eat your face
Do you,
off.
Yeah,
wait,
sure.
Face of
did
kind
you
of
guys?
kiss.
Did they have something
I'm
that
not
they
with
didn't
that.
show?
She's
Because the last time we
free.
saw them, they were like fighting, and she was like
They
crying and
always
not
had
picking
drama
him.
going
Really, like
on.
the Michael and Gianna relationship throughout the whole show, as you guys will see, is just very like behind the scenes.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, okay.
like they've had this like secret
Okay.
love for each other that I to this day still don't know what
Right.
the hell or where they
It was
found
all
it.
Yeah.
about, yeah.
But they
That's so
have their own
interesting
little
to
thing
me.
going on that I'm
Interesting.
sure we don't even know some of the stuff that we're gonna
So
see.
you'll probably show it. It'll show it.
It'll
on
show
Like
it.
literally that kiss in the
I
first
didn't know.
episode, I did not
Had no
knew
idea.
nothing about that.
No.
Had no
I was
idea.
freaking out. Like my mom was like, "What? I was like, they kissed." I was like, "They kissed," you know? Like I had no idea about it.
Yeah, because she seemed like happy that he picked her, and
Right.
last episode it just seemed like she wouldn't pick him at all because
Right.
of what happened. So.
Exactly.
Right.
So then we go with Joey, excuse me, and Carolina, which we expected because he said he was feeling her.
Yeah.
He like basically got his date short. It's like, oh, I'm feeling someone else. Thank you.
Right.
And then we have the other Mike who picks Cassandra.
Chess Mike,
Right.
Chess Mike.
Chess
Shout out.
Mike.
Mike, I
The one
love
that's like
that.
the tan. He's from Jersey.
Yeah, he's got the heat.
He's
Staten
super
Island.
Jersey.
What is it? The
Staten
hair,
Island.
the hair.
Staten
What's his
Island.
little thing? The
Yes,
heat.
the
The
heat.
It's
heat.
like haircut, eyebrows,
Some
Tan.
shit.
Oh,
And a tan.
And a tan.
and a tan.
They were going off the Jersey Shore. Like, is it GTL?
It's that
Gym
Jersey
Tan Laundry.
Yeah, he tried it.
Tan
It's like he
laundry.
tried,
Tried to
it.
make his own
He
thing.
tried it. It didn't happen.
Forgot a letter.
You can't do and a tan.
Yeah, it was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Shout out to Jersey Mike.
But that's cute.
Excuse me, Staten Island.
Oh, wait.
Staten Island got
It
it in
was
the bag.
cute, but they ain't a match. Oh shit, I forgot, y'all.
Yeah. it's-
Ain't that some shit?
And then we have Tyler and Tierney who just were fused together because they were last two.
That was classic.
It looked like real love though.
Right.
Did they?
Beam. One beam.
Yeah.
One beam.
Who was that saying that? Who was
Jalen,
it?
that was Jalen.
Yeah, he's like one beam, like so sarcastic, and it was hilarious.
This is what I have to say about. I hope in the later episodes that Tierney finds somebody because she's so bitter right now.
We all do,
She
huh?
is so at this present moment she is
I'm
not
not commenting
having
on
a
any
good
of
time.
this
She
right
is
now.
so
I'm gonna play
freaking
the fifth
bitter.
on this one.
I feel like I
She's
don't even
bitter.
know enough about her though to like who she could even
who she would go with.
Well,
yeah.
there was an extra scene about her like kind of opening up, and she talks about like she's 21, had 6 relationships. Every guy has cheated on her.
Wow.
And every guy had a kid.
Now has babies.
With like whoever
they cheated
on with her. Yeah.
Wow.
That's just bad
So it's
karma,
like
though.
it's
That's
like
bad
she,
karma.
you know,
on
it's
that.
like you have to understand
Maybe
her.
she moved
you know?
too fast.
It's very hard for her to open up. I feel like now in the house, you know, all these people and everything.
Because
like,
she's
And
what
I
she's
feel
going
that
you
through.
have
too.
to understand her. You know,
I
Tyranny is
totally-
a super sweet girl.
Look,
like,
and
no hate for her at all.
And I see that from her, and I see that she's definitely been through some things, and I
Yeah.
definitely feel like she's been damaged, and I get that. She's 21.
Yes.
Girl, you are still young.
Yeah.
You are beautiful. You know, all these guys who treated you wrong, you got to understand, like, they are young, you're young.
Yeah.
Guys are going to mess up. I mean, but that's the hardest thing. Like, I've been through that personally.
Word.
I dated somebody, and he ended up getting someone pregnant. That's the most disrespectful thing that could ever happen to a woman. You know what I'm saying? And so for that to happen to her several times,
Right.
like, that is
Time after time.
crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really makes you feel bad about yourself. So I hope she definitely turns around and opens up a lot. You can tell she's very.
She really wants
She's
to.
very. She's very
She's
just
willing.
like closed.
She's willing.
You
very
know what I
close.
mean?
She has a lot of walls up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a
She
lot of
doesn't-
walls up right now.
And she puts up a very aggressive front. Tyranny's
Yeah.
actually a
She's
very
the-
loving
she's the
person. She's the
sweetest
sweetest
person.
girl ever.
Yeah, no, and I
Truly
can
super
see
sweet.
that for her.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I don't want to say nothing because it's like we can be bitter, but at the end of the day, you don't know what that person has really gone through,
Exactly.
and you can see the pain
Sure.
and the hurt. So,
Exactly.
girl, I'm with you, girl.
Yeah.
We gonna find you some love, bitch.
Well, like I said, it's only the
Tyranny
second
ways.
episode, so hopefully it goes down. So
Yeah.
now you're waiting for the beams, right? And so
Yeah.
obviously the expectation, and I know that these matchup ceremonies kind of can go kind of long. What was the feeling? Did you feel like you had some beams? Did you feel confident? Did you feel like because of the way everything kind of like started going off? Like what was the feeling at that point?
I mean, I thought I was a beam. I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be a beam. I feel like everybody in the house
the
actually
second
thought.
week.
Yeah, the
That's
second
after.
week. Everybody thought like, you know, me and Catherine had this thing. Like we were
Right.
like the parents of the house. Like we made dinner for everybody. Like there's something that they didn't show. Like we were actually like
so interesting.
we had like a very cute relationship, you know. And yeah, I mean, we were one of the couples that you know were supposed to be sitting together.
Right.
Carolina and Joey were.
We're supposed to sit
were-
together.
like there were some Mike and
Right.
Cassandra. Like there were some couples that had that like
That we
Connection.
definitely
that
thought would
connection that we
Right.
thought at least we're gonna get one. Like
Right.
we're gonna at least
Out of that.
be safe from the blackout.
Sure.
And yeah, it just hit us in the face.
Yeah.
like,
So you guys are waiting, and unfortunately.
Wah, wah.
No beams.
No beams.
So there's an official blackout on the second episode. And because of the new
crazy, y'all.
rules, you lose. Last
a million.
season it was 250,000. This season it's half. So
the
you
price,
lose literally 500 racks out the gate. Done.
Yeah.
second episode.
You know,
And
Episode though, y'all.
my thing is, like, were you, so with you, I know you just like, we lost 500 racks. But with you, Ozzy, were you more upset about the money lost or about the fact that Catherine wasn't your match?
I mean, everybody goes in for like a little bit of both. You know,
Yeah.
me personally, there's some connections that weren't shown. You know,
Mhm.
I did, you know, have some like stuff with other people and stuff.
Other people,
And I was
yeah.
I was ready. Like as Andre, and you guys are gonna be able to see like I'm in the game, and you know
very much so. Actually,
Mhm.
he did his thing for sure.
So like you know, I was willing to like you know give myself to somebody,
Right.
commit to that relationship, and if that works, perfect. If it doesn't,
And
on
I
to the
just
next.
need to know, like, this was very interesting to me because I called it back then, like, when we was in the trailer, I was like, they're not a couple. Like, there's no way in hell. But we take it back to the first episode when she was messing around with Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know, like, how were you, like, okay with that? How were you just, like, I mean, I understand probably because you've been messy.
exactly. So that was my thing. You know, like I kept saying
Alright.
that.
You did say that. I remember.
I wanted somebody to break my heart. Like I needed that myself because I've been the asshole, I've been the cheater, I've been everything, and I've never had somebody do that to me. I don't know what that feels like. So that was
Right.
like very eye opening.
Mm.
You know, when that happened to
Interesting.
me, it's like shit. You know, like
Right.
I have to change.
Right.
Interesting.
And when that happened, and you know, she was the one that did it, and then she felt bad about it. You know, she cried about it, like she was upset
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Like we talked about it. I understood that, you know, I have to give her a chance. You know,
Well-
and that's and we had like a great, you know, 2-week relationship. But
Right.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
whole-
my
was
thing
amazing.
was like, girl, how you about to go to Mike after this? I'm like,
Right.
girl. You just want the girl. Okay, the fucking airplane lady was telling you the wrong way, bitch.
Yeah, the whole thing is
Like,
that
you know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't want to like make out with her. I didn't want to do
Yeah.
anything, so she wanted to
Right.
make me jealous, but
Word.
we went way too far.
Right, clearly.
So,
Okay.
So blackout, obviously, but it is 10 truth boosts. That is the plus side of blacking out. Obviously, it's a lot of money
You're paying
lost
a lot
in
for
this
it.
particular year. You're paying a lot, but you know who's not your match, so that does
Information is
help.
very valuable.
Before we close out, real quick, as we heard in our ears, Andre's song, he actually has another song we want to debut really quick.
This is the debut, low-key, actually.
What's the name of the song as we're setting it up?
This is Noriega by yours truly. It's
Noriega?
unreleased. This is the first little glimpse you guys are going to get. So
Get it.
check it out.
Noriega.
Let me know how y'all feel. This just got done. I love this. What? Hey, I'm so used to this. Well,
What?
I love how this bounce.
Can we do predictions to his song? Is that like allowed?
We got 2 minutes. Okay, Abby, real quick, prediction.
Oh my god, now I don't even really have any.
Uh-huh.
I have a bad feeling that they're not gonna win.
They're not gonna get it
No.
at all. Like that's your prediction.
Yeah,
Like-
unless they like have another thing where they can like earn money back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like a twist.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cause I have no idea who's match at this
They
point.
did give
Okay.
us that twist.
It's still early. It's
So
still
I'm
early.
like saying another one, maybe, and you
Okay.
guys take it this time.
Okay. What do you think, Sensei?
Well, considering my predictions have been right so far, I don't really know, to be honest. From this moment forward, I mean, they clearly blacked out this episode, so it's very hard for me really to predict what's gonna happen next week. I'll give you guys my predictions next week, and I do want to say for the ladies, you know, when I say bitch, it's just been a part of my like lingo, so I don't want you guys to ever feel disrespected when I say bitch. It just kind of slips up, but I'm gonna work on that this season. I will call you by your name, but I just want to correct myself. I mean, I'm gonna always keep it 100 with y'all, but I feel like if someone called me a bitch, like, and they don't know me, like, I'd be pissed. So I'm gonna just, you know, let that out for you fans too. Don't try to come for me.
don't do it. She's not the one.
I'm not that.
And for me, I might have to agree with you just because it's the second episode and you lost so much money. That's
Right.
like a lot. So I don't want you guys to not get the money, obviously, but it just to have such a deep blow so early.
Another
Well, I
thing
hope
too
they
is
find
like
love,
when they were only
shit.
losing 250,000, they
Right.
could have blacked out twice and been where they are now.
Exactly.
So it's like a lot like high.
Exactly.
And who do you guys think our
Exactly.
matches are?
Right.
Yeah, come on, let's get a prediction
Who are your
real quick.
matches?
I-
Give
Oh
us
my
the top
God.
two.
It's too early.
Top
It's just
two.
too early.
Wait, we can try.
Y'all can try.
Are you guys allowed to
Okay.
say if you're like dating someone right now?
I
Not at all.
I'm not allowed to speak. on
Really?
Okay.
Okay, real quick, because we
so-
really got. So
Okay.
for me, I would say, man,
I'm
I
trying to
can't.
look at the girls.
I
I
think
can't.
yours
Look
could
at
be
the
someone
girls.
like that no one expects it to be. Like maybe like Cam or someone
Yeah,
for Ozzy.
I can't. Yeah, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Andre, I'm gonna say Cam for you because earlier you said she's very pretty, so I'm like,
Oh, Cam, that's
and
cool.
y'all got
Cam.
them
Cam is
eyes.
beautiful.
Y'all got them eyes. I could see y'all
I have
being
no
real
idea.
cute together.
Honestly, I have no good.
Ozzy, gosh, I'm trying to think of the girls right now. I can't.
I can
picture
say
any of
Cam
the
for you
girls.
too. I can say Cam for you
I'm
too.
gonna say Shannon for
I said
both of
Cam
you.
too. Shannon.
Oh, almost just said so disrespectful.
She's gotta be
That'd be
someone.
amazing.
Hey.
She is someone's
She's
match.
someone's
gotta be
match.
someone's
obviously
match.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna do a wild card. Cassandra, because I only remembered her name. Because I was like, Cassandra, bitch. See, here I go with the bitch
Okay.
again. Oh my
Well, we'll have to
God.
keep
See, I'm
watching.
sorry,
You guys
guys.
even have to keep watching.
Cassandra.
That's
I'm
what
going to
it
say
is.
Cassandra.
But ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. We love Are You the One? I've been
Only
your
get
host,
better.
Lem Gonsalves.
Hope so.
You can find me again always at the Poet Saint all day, every day. Sensei, where you at?
Y'all know where to find me since they don't play. Never changes.
All day. And Abby, where you at?
You can find me at _Abby Vega.
And our guest, Ozzy, where are you at, sir, that the fans can find you?
Instagram and Twitter, it's Ozzy MM11.
Doom. And Andre,
And it's very simple with me, man. All social media, it's just my name is what it is. Just look it up, and I'll be the first one to pop up,
Boom,
I'm
boom.
sure.
and when is this
Right,
next song
ladies.
dropping? When is the song dropping?
Hey, this song's supposed to be dropping within the next couple of weeks, so
There it
y'all
is.
got a nice little sneak peek.
Until
love that.
then,
Video
check out
on
his
the way.
YouTube
Let's
video.
go. Slide
That
to
shit was
YouTube.
fire.
All day, every day.
Absolutely.
Dope,
Appreciate it.
dope. We
Had a
appreciate
good
them
time.
being here. Absolutely. And make sure you're with us next week. Until then, we'll see you later. Boom.
All right.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.